Welcome back. Halloween's right around the corner, and while we may focus on the treats this time of year, especially the peanut butter and chocolate ones, it's time to talk about tricks to save money. Local financial professional John Vandergrift from Blue Ridge Wealth Planners is here to help us all save more money, boost our bank accounts, so to speak, right? Now, I know we have a list of how we can do this. You have basically 5 tricks if we can get through all of them. First one, implement a 24-hour rule.
Yep. So again, before you get real click happy on big expenses, try to look at it and say, give me, I guess, a buffer window here to think about it. Now, you've got to look at this a little bit differently. If it is something that is more time dependent, like a flight, as long as it's something that's cancelable, you've got a little bit of a time to think. But you want to be able to create a little bit of separation between the end result and you spending that money.
Yeah, I think I do a decent job of that, but not the best. Pay yourself first is your next one.
So one of the things that we've seen through inflation is that personal savings rates have gone down, and so a lot of people don't have either emergency funds or maybe they've stopped putting money into their 401k. That may work now, but that hurts you long term, so you want to be able to make sure that you're not robbing Peter to pay Paul, and again, using this trick that's worked for years and help people build, wealth in 401ks. So.
Plus, Paul only makes out in that scenario.
That's
Peter
right,
is,
right.
going, wait, what just happened? All right, number 3, this is probably huge for most people who don't do it. Examine how you're spending your money and maybe actually establishing and sticking to a budget.
Yeah, because, the habits that we have are that way for a reason. And so, if you traditionally go to the grocery store and you don't have a list, it's very natural
or you're
to overspend.
Or you're hungry, yes.
Or you go down the candy aisle to the Reese's peanut butter cups like we talked about. So look at those, see if there are any ways to curb some of those behaviors, maybe allow you to save some money, especially in times where things are tight and inflation is really
there's an economic side to having a list, and then there's this, you're hungry. Don't go to the store when you're hungry. It is the worst time to go. Strategy for tackling debt.
So the biggest thing right now, especially with interest rates going up, my personal favor is try to pay off the things that have the highest interest rates first as much as you can, because those are the things that are really putting you behind the 8 ball. Even though interest rates went down during the pandemic, credit card rates never went down. And so if you get into that debt,
funny how they didn't go down?
Yeah. So, and I feel like in a situation where we are getting less savings per person, it really increases the risk of increasing credit card debt. So we want to try to pay down those debts as much as we can, at the same time trying to build that emergency fund to avoid it.
Yeah, because if you're saving but paying more in debt, get competitive. What does that mean?
So sometimes we need some competition to get us to do the things that we need to. So whether it's with a sibling, a parent, a child, try to maybe have a competition of who can save more money in a certain situation, who can pay down debts the fastest. That way you've got some accountability, but it's not just you and your, because again, when we get on the line and, Amazon is very easy to buy some things, and so we need that accountability to keep us from bad stuff. So
we've all been there.
Yep.
Oh, Amazon. All right, John, thank you for all that information. Thank you for stopping by, Lori.